Why you should never visit the dark web. The words dark web give away a sinister vibe. Just the word dark chills your spine to the core. Grim, nerve-wracking, and sadistic music plays in the background, and you get goosebumps all over your skin. The dark web can also be, excuse the pun, a dark place. There's plenty of undesirable content you need to avoid. At best, it can be offensive. At worst, it could be highly illegal. You see what it does? Stay tuned to learn more about the dark web. Hello everyone, welcome to Cybercrime Time. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, and press the bell icon so you never miss an update about the latest cybercrime news and trends. Let's move on. The first question that comes to light about the dark web is, what is the dark web? The dark web is the hidden collective of internet sites only accessible by a specialized web browser. It's used for keeping internet activity anonymous and private, which can be helpful in both legal and illegal applications. While some use it to evade government censorship, it has also been known to be utilized for highly illegal activity. Right, so even the explanation suggests it's illegal. Although the internet is sizable, with millions of web pages, databases, and servers all run 24 hours a day, but the so-called visible internet, aka surface web or open web sites that can be found using search engines like Google and Yahoo, is just the tip of the iceberg. There are several terms surrounding the non-visible web, but it's worth knowing how they differ if you're planning to browse off the beaten path. There are layers of the internet, and let me discuss those layers with you. The open web, or surface web, is the visible surface layer. If we continue to visualize the entire web like an iceberg, the open web would be the top portion that's above the water. From a statistical standpoint, this collective of websites and data make up under 5% of the total internet. All commonly public-facing websites accessed via traditional browsers like Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, and Firefox are contained here. Websites are usually labeled with registry operators like .com and .org and can be easily located with popular search engines. Locating surface web websites is possible because search engines can index the web via visible links, a process called crawling due to the search engine traveling the web like a spider. I don't even know what to say. The deep web rests below the surface and accounts for approximately 90% of all websites. This would be the part of an iceberg beneath the water, much larger than the surface web. In fact, this hidden web is so large that it's impossible to discover exactly how many pages or websites are active at any one time. Carrying on with the analogy, big search engines could be considered like fishing boats that can only catch websites close to the surface. Everything else, from academic journals to private databases and more illicit content, is out of reach. This deep web also includes the portion that we know as the dark web. While many news outlets use deep web and dark web interchangeably, much of the deep portion as a whole is perfectly legal and safe. Some of the largest parts of the deep web include databases, both public and privately protected file collections that are not connected to other areas of the web, only to be searched within the database itself, and intranets, internal networks for enterprises, governments, and educational facilities, used to communicate and control aspects privately within their organizations. In case you're wondering how to access the deep web, chances are you already use it daily. The term deep web refers to all web pages that are unidentifiable by search engines. Deep websites may be concealed behind passwords or other security walls, while others simply tell search engines not to crawl them. Without visible links, these pages are more hidden for various reasons. So we don't even know we're accessing it? What is even happening? On the larger deep web, its hidden content is generally cleaner and safer. Everything from blog posts and review and pending web page redesigns to the pages you access when you bank online are part of the deep web. Furthermore, these pose no threat to your computer or safety at large. Most of these pages are kept hidden from the open web to protect user information and privacy, such as financial accounts like banking and retirement, email and social messaging accounts, private enterprise databases, HIPAA-sensitive information like medical documentation, and legal files. Sure, we wouldn't want that info to leak out now, do we? The dark web refers to sites that are not indexed and only accessible via specialized web browsers. Significantly smaller than the tiny surface web, the dark web is considered a part of the deep web. Using our ocean and iceberg visual, The dark web would be the bottom tip of the submerged iceberg. The dark web, however, is a very concealed portion of the deep web that few will ever interact with or even see. In other words, the deep web covers everything under the surface that's still accessible with the right software, including the dark web. Breaking down the construction of the dark web reveals a few key layers that make it an anonymous haven. No web page indexing by surface web search engines. Google and other popular search tools cannot discover or display results for pages within the dark web. Virtual traffic tunnels via a randomized network infrastructure. Inaccessible by traditional browsers due to its unique registry operator. Also, it's further hidden by various network security measures like firewalls and encryption. The reputation of the dark web has often been linked to criminal intent or illegal content, and trading sites where users can purchase illicit goods or services. However, legal parties have made use of this framework as well. Let's dive into why we should not visit the dark web intentionally. 1. Crypto scams. If you've been following the news, you'll know that crypto scams are already commonplace across the regular web. The problem even forced Facebook to issue a blanket ban on crypto ads in mid-2018, though the ban has now been partially lifted. It should probably come as no surprise, therefore, to learn that crypto scams are even more common on the dark web. The scammers use the same techniques as on the regular web, but the lack of regulation means that they're less likely to be shut down by ad networks, forums, and other places where the scams pop up. 2. Exit scams. Exit scams occur when a seller stops shipping products but continues to take orders and money. Because the items sold on the dark web are often illegal, guns, drugs, etc., and payments are made in Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies, the buyer has no avenues for redress or compensation. 3. Hoaxes on the dark web. The dark web is full of hoaxes, almost all of which want you to part with your money in exchange for nothing in return. Understandably, the hoaxes come in many forms. People are creative. Some of the hoaxes are on the sickening end of the spectrum. Probably the most well-known example is that of red rooms. The rooms purport to show live torture of animals and humans, as well as live rape and even murder. Ugh, disgusting. Who wants to see that? I forgot. Apparently there are people. We're not saying they're all fake. We have no desire to do the required research, but the received wisdom among regular dark web users is that they are at best staged, and at worst a money-grabbing scam. One particular incident in August 2015 promised the torture of 7 ISIS prisoners, even claiming that the viewers could direct the action via an interactive chat. There was quite a buzz around the event on Reddit and 4chan. Then, 3 minutes before the action was due to begin, the site went down. Half an hour later, it was back up, thanking people for taking part. When the source footage was eventually uploaded, the camera froze every time the torture was about to start. Other hoaxes take advantage of people who want to use illegal services, like hitmen, often referred to as the Nigerian princes of the dark web, and buy illegal products. If you ever try to procure these services and products, you'll almost always end up out of pocket. 4. Illegal pornography. Illegal pornography is rife on the dark web. The biggest issue is arguably that of child pornography and its associated pedophile rings. In 2015, the FBI famously busted a massive child porn site on the dark web by using malware, exploits in Adobe Flash, and other hacking tricks. The authorities gained control of the North Carolina server and let it run for 2 weeks before shutting it down. In the end, the FBI compromised more than 1,000 computers, and it arrested 3 men. And child pornography isn't the only problem. Content that lies in a legal gray area, such as revenge porn, is also a massive problem that the authorities are struggling to grapple with. There are a bunch of disgusting people out there. 5. Phishing scams. We're all familiar with how phishing scams work on the regular web, and if you're semi-computer literate, you probably back yourself out not to get caught. When all these acts come to in there are some questions left, right? Is it illegal to go on the dark web? Simply put, no. It's not illegal to access the dark web. In fact, some uses are perfectly legal and support the value of the dark web. Are sites on the dark web illegal to use and visit? On the network end, the dark web is a bit more of a gray area. The use of the dark web usually means that you're attempting to engage in activity that you could not otherwise carry out in the public eye. How to avoid the dark web? Well, for starters, don't use it on purpose. It's not child's play. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Comment and share your views down below. Stay safe and stay tuned. That's it for today.